Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with the action once again, proudly presented to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated in association with La Cerveza Tecate con Carácter and our host, the Venetian Macau Resort Hotel. This bout scheduled for a maximum of 8 rounds in the super featherweight division. The judges scoring the action are Ye King Hong, Wong Ling, and Michael Hernick. The man in charge, referee Jose H. Rivera. Presenting first, the fighter in the blue corner. He steps in wearing white with black spots. His official weight, 129.2 pounds or 58.6 kilograms. After entering the ring 27 times as a professional, he maintains a record consisting of 22 victories against 5 losses, with 10 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Kumamoto, Japan, Ryusei Yoshida. His opponent across the ring in the red corner, wearing red with black and gold trim. He weighed in at an official 129.4 pounds or 58.6 kilograms. He steps into the ring with an undefeated professional record of 17 victories, 12 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, Paul Showtime Fleming.
Remember, I want clean fight. Okay, good luck. Obey my command all time. Cool.
All right, so we're set to go with the second fight of the evening. Hello once again, everybody. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here. You're watching the Fists of Gold show featuring Zhu Shiming in his professional debut. This is TopRank.com, streaming worldwide. Glad that you can be with us. This next fight is an 8-round super featherweight battle featuring the undefeated Paul Fleming in the red and black and yellow trunks from Sydney, New South Wales in Australia, and Ryusei Yoshida from Kumamoto in Japan. Fleming comes in here undefeated at 17-0. He's the guy to the left of your screen with all the tats and a southpaw. Yoshida is the right-handed fighter with the kind of speckled trunks, the dotted trunks, the leopard trunks, whatever you want to call them. And there goes Fleming right to the body right away. Fleming is an inch taller. The weight's about the same. Fleming is 4 years younger, and he has a half-inch advantage in reach. Fleming's coming off a win in December. He had a win, an 8-round unanimous decision over Balweg Bangoyan in Perth in Australia. Yoshida's coming off a loss in Queensland, Australia, to Brett Smith his last time out. So this is just round number 1. Yoshida turned pro in Japan in September of 2002 with a technical decision over Yasuki Shigata in Japan. Then he went on to win his first 9 professional fights, all in Japan. He lost the WBC Asian Boxing Council super featherweight title shot in August of 2007 to Thongkorn Chokchai of Thailand, and he put together 10 straight wins before losing his last 2 fights in 2012 in Australia. The book on him, and I'm talking about Yoshida, the guy to the left of your screen in the bespeckled trunks, good boxer, but holds and hits a lot. Not holding it all tonight. He's very quick, but he must avoid the power of Paul Fleming. You see some of the counter-punching of the southpaw Fleming, who turned pro November 2008 with a 3rd-round TKO over Shane Green in Australia. Went on to win them all ever since. I saw him knock out Juan Jose Beltran in July of 2011 at the Home Depot Center in Carson, California, in his only fight up until tonight outside of Australia. His strength, he has one-punch KO power in both hands, especially to the body, and we'll see what he can do here. Yoshida trying to be a little bit more aggressive, but the way he hangs his jab down, he's going to have problems with his southpaw, because all Paul has to do is push down on that jab with his right hand and then blast him with the left hand, and he just did that. That's exactly what he has to do in the way to fight him. So watch him. See him work on that hand and then nail him with the left hand. He can do that all night because Yoshida's not quick enough. And you see him, he goes really head-hunting there. and Fleming able to blast to the body. Watch the left hand of Yoshida. He taps with it and taps with it. There's no power there, and you see what Fleming does. He just loads up the home run shot. He wants to knock him out, and he's undefeated 17-0 with 12 knockouts, so this kid from New South Wales can really bang. Got a really good trainer, my pal Billy Hussein. So that's a good round, first round for Paul Fleming. 10-point must-scoring system, no standing 8 count. There's no 3 knockdown rule. The fighter cannot be saved with a villain in any round, and only the referee can stop the fight. We get into any accidental headbutts or cuts or anything of that nature, and I'll take care of the rule as it becomes pertinent. That's Billy Hussein talking to Paul.
Outside. Keep working outside. All he's doing is the right hand. If you're going to see
Pal Miguel Diaz also in that corner.
and your leg on the outside,
Billy telling him to give a little bit of head movement to come in. Kenya Honda and Yoshida Satisi will work the corner of Yoshida. Yoshida has a history of hanging on a lot. I don't like the way his corner allows him to have that arm up on the ropes because it makes it more difficult for the heart to work as we go to round number 2. And this scheduled 8-rounder for the Cotai Arena here at the Venetian in Macau, China. You're watching TopRank.com on the big night of the unveiling of Zhu Shiming. We also have 2 world title fights. Juan Estrada takes on Brian Valoria, and of course Diego Maldonado of my hometown in Las Vegas, Nevada, will be fighting Roman Rocky Martinez of Puerto Rico. Right now, this is round 2. The principals, Paul Fleming in the red, circling around to the right of your screen with all the tattoos, and Yoshida in the kind of leopard black and white. Again, the way Yoshida just walks in here and taps that left hand, Fleming can come right through it all night. Fleming uses his jab just to line him up. He should come off with more power. There it is right there. More power with the jab, and that'll open up the left hand, which is his power shot. See, he's just catching the jab of Yoshida. Yoshida's not committed to his jab at all. Otherwise, he'd be stepping up into it. So he goes with the right hand, and right back comes Paul Fleming. Fleming looks so much stronger than this guy. Hard body shots. Fleming throwing everything with malice of forethought. That one caught him real good on the chin. The uppercut. Only about halfway through. I think I said Zhu Shiming. The guy's name is actually Zhao Shiming. His wife calls him by his first name, which is actually Shiming. Nonetheless, he's the future of Chinese boxing, and that's why he's in his professional debut, which hopefully many of you will get to see later on this evening. Third man in the ring, Jose H. Rivera from San Juan in Puerto Rico, telling the men, keep the gloves up. Fleming really unloading shots. Lost his balance that time. He slipped on the canvas, and the Chinese fans that are in attendance there at the Cotai Arena got excited for a second for the Japanese fighter. Boxing is brand new in China. Of course, Shiming won 2 gold medals in back-to-back Olympics, so he's a big star in China. And he's going to be a bigger star after this promotion. What a promotion they put on here at the Venetian Hotel. Heads may have come together there, and Jose H. Rivera says, watch the heads. I don't know if he's cut or not. I don't see. But he indicated to the officials that the heads did come together. I don't know if Yoshida is actually cut. See, big shots landing. That left eye of Yoshida is almost closed. I don't know if it's from the headbutts or the head coming together. Look at these shots. Fleming throwing everything with tremendous power. I like what I'm seeing from Paul. Been some terrific Australian fighters over the years, as you well know. Old pal Jeff Fennick, of course, and Danny Green, go on and on with Sam Solomon. This guy, Billy Hussein's two brothers, Skinny and Hussi Hussein, great fighters. Take a look at the power shot left hand, and that is the power shot from the southpaw. He's really blasting, and then he comes with the right uppercut. Bang! Bang! That one didn't quite. There's the heads they wag together, and it appears that that cut by the left eye was from a headbutt.
Book.
So just so you know, you have to go half the scheduled rounds, which would be 4 rounds before this would be an official fight. If the fight has to be stopped because of the cut and it was declared an official headbutt causing the cut, then it would be a no contest. If it goes beyond that and the fight is stopped, then it would be a technical decision and they would go to the scorecards. And right now, Fleming's out in front in this fight. So he might be better off staying away from that eye just in case it was called an official headbutt causing the cut. And I have no way of knowing that any more than you do.
Go! Break! Come on.
The Fists of Gold show featuring Zhou Shiming. TopRank.com. I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan. Glad that you can be with us. It's a brand new sport in China. It's not my first fight calling a fight in China. Did one in Guangzhou. Straight right hand that time by Yoshida. There's the uppercut. Wild again is Yoshida. Paul Fleming lines up in front of him. Billy Hussein wants him to give a little bit more head movement, but Fleming wants to throw everything home run style as hard as he possibly can, so he's kind of throwing caution to the wind because he wants to throw with such power. We're only in the 3rd round. It's scheduled for 8, but Yoshida hasn't shown much of an offense at all. Every once in a while he'll get a shot through. His jab is lacking tremendously, so when he comes in he gets pummeled because Fleming, of course, as you can see, has no respect. But again, Paul Fleming from inside. There's the right hand, finally landed by Yoshida. It's one of his better punches of the fight. He misses that one, and that's what Billy Hussein wants, is from to duck underneath those shots. That cut was opened up, I think, because of a headbutt in the 2nd round. Nice stiff jab, but whether it was cut by the head or not, the fact of the matter is this piston-like jab of Paul Fleming's is doing some continued damage to that eye, and Yoshida is really having difficulty seeing. And again, if I were Paul, I'd stay away from that right now so they don't have a no contest here, and just try to work with his shots. It's very difficult to do when you see an eye like that. You want to blast it, but you got to be smart. This is professional boxing. So Paul should maybe kind of go to the body and ticket everything else from the chin. And as I say that, he does exactly that. Blast him with the right hand. In that case, for him, it's a hook because he is a southpaw. Like what I see in Paul. Another great named Paul fighter in Australia, the Hurricane. Terrific fighter. There's a straight shot again. Everything power from Fleming, and that's good. Now a little bit more head movement, and he'll make Yoshida miss a lot. That's the eye problem to Yoshida. He was in the process of throwing that, nothing illegal. So in order to make this official fight, they got to get through the next round. Fleming wins that round 10-9. I've got him pitching a shutout 30-27. Very exciting night for boxing as we try to take a look at that left eye of Yoshida. Yoshida from Kumamoto, 22-5, 10 knockouts. The eye doesn't look so bad right there as you look at it, but referee taking a look at it. Now we're across the way with Paul Fleming.
Okay? You can do for me? And when the referee says break, jump on him. Don't rest too much. Your feet run out.
Billy still wants a little bit more movement, and he got a little bit more of it from Paul in the last round. And here we go. This is round 4. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here. We're at the Cotai Arena at the Venetian in Macau, China. The Fist of Gold show featuring Zhou Shiming. TopRank.com. Glad that you you can be with us. Boxing is very, very new in China, and Bob Arum and Todd Dubuff and all the brain trusts at Top Rank have decided they're going to invest in Zhou and see if they can really create an interest in boxing in China. I don't know whether he hurt his hand or the heads came together again, but he's complaining to the referee Rivera. Jose Ache Rivera takes a look and he says, "You okay?" There's a language problem. Rivera's native language is Spanish. He speaks English, but he certainly doesn't speak any Chinese or, in the case of Yoshida, Japanese. So a bit of a communication problem. But right now, you see Yoshida is very wide with his punches. He's frustrated right now because he's been cut. You see him use the shoulder. He was actually, time has been called again, and now they're going to ask the doctor to come in and check the eye of Yoshida. The problem is, if this is stopped now, it probably will be a no contest. And you got to wonder how familiar the doctors here in China are with professional boxing. The fight is stopped. Now we're going to have to find out if it's going to be, I think it's going to be a no contest. Because if they rule it I think it will be called a no contest, as opposed, if that was a punch that caused that, it would be a technical decision or a TKO. But I think we're going to get a no contest here. That's why I said Fleming should be smart and stay away from that eye at that time. Nonetheless, the fight has been stopped, and we'll have to wait and hear exactly what the official is. I believe it's going to be a no contest. If they completed 4 rounds, then it would have gone to the scorecards. This is unfortunate for Fleming. So Yoshida was involved in a no contest his last time. Actually, it was a disqualification his last time out. That fight, by the way, with that type of cut never would have been stopped in the United States, but the doctors are not familiar, and I was afraid it would be stopped here. It seems a lot worse than it really is. I've seen much, much worse cuts than that. And the fight go on. But this is the danger when you go overseas for any fighter. And Fleming may not get the decision at all here. Now, I've been told by the official that they're going to score it as a TKO victory for. So Lupe will clear it up for us. Here's Lupe Contreras to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jose H. Rivera calls a halt to the action with an official time of 1 minute, 7 seconds of round number 4. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, Paul Showtime Fleming.
Well, there's a perfect example of a situation where you can't call it for sure unless you see the referee say it's a headbutt, because the heads came together, but he didn't declare that the cut was caused by a headbutt. So opposed to a no contest, it is a TKO. The fight was stopped because of the cut, in the referee's opinion, by clean punching. So that's good for Paul Fleming. Now you take a look at round number 1, back and forth. Watch right away as you go to round number 2. The power of Fleming. Blasting. I want to see when these heads come together, if I can tell before or after. And see, the heads came together there, but I don't know if there was a cut before that. But obviously, the referee didn't call it as a headbutt. He called timeout and looked at it. So it's a great night for Paul Fleming that it wasn't ruled a no contest. The doctor, and again, would be inexperienced in this case here, and he says no. So in this case, where it was obviously viewed that the cut was caused by a punch, and you see Yoshida was complaining, no, it was a headbutt. No, it doesn't make any difference. It wasn't called by a headbutt, so he loses.